Okay, we got off to a really rocky start, Fernando, and that's my fault.
So guys, wow, I'm from Radio Disney Brazil, Fernando Prado, really happy to be here, and so thanks for having us.
Pleasure. Well, thank you for being here.
Well, people say it's not always good to meet your heroes up close, but I'm
isn't.
here representing Radio Disney. One regret, I'm in front of the greatest heroes of our time, so let's dive in.
Wow.
We'll try not to disappoint. We'll do our best.
I've just changed every answer, and
From now on,
Yeah.
it's gonna be different.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you were like teenagers thinking about studying acting, did you ever like cross your mind that maybe someday you would be like on the big screen, like playing a hero from the comic books?
No.
No.
Yeah, I think we have that in common. It's like
Right.
we have our expectations of
Yes.
ourselves were downright cruel.
I
I
passed all my dreams about 2 years into my career.
Me too.
And I was like, oh,
yeah.
now what?
I nailed it. I arrived from Vancouver, Canada to LA
Uh-huh.
and was still alive. That was the bar that
Not
I'd
even
set
paying
for
rent.
myself. I was like, oh wow,
My car
I'm here,
made it.
I'm alive. And also I think for both Hugh and I, success in the business happened very, very slowly.
Right.
Okay.
And when that happens, you don't turn into a psychopath. You kind of but you kind of get that slow immersion into it, so you can actually kind of handle it. Even this movie, at this time, coming out after all of this work and blood, sweat, and tears and love that's gone into it, I feel like I know how to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like I know how to enjoy that moment where when I was younger, I never would have been
Right.
able to figure that out.
And guys, I've watched just 37 minutes of the footage, and during this time, I laughed out loud and I got emotional also. So how does it feel?
Oh, you wait.
Yeah.
You wait, Fernando.
Yeah.
So how does it feel to like to be sure that you guys did a great job, an awesome movie, because you know you did.
Well, the footage we're showing people right now, that 35 or 37 minutes of it, is kind of heartbreaking for us because we desperately just want to show the whole thing. But the
Yeah.
surprises that follow that we couldn't show all over the world right now or on this promo tour are so extensive and big that it would have, I think, spoiled it for a lot of people. So we made we didn't. Disney helped us with that, made the decision to just do this much. And No Way Home did it. Spider-Man No Way Home did the same thing, and it was super smart. Yeah. So.
But is it difficult for you to like to keep a secret like that? Because we want to know the whole movie, want to know everything, and you guys know.
What's terrifying is I don't think it's difficult for me, and yet it probably should be difficult more.
Yes.
I should think it's more difficult because I can be blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But no, it's been okay because, and just to your question before,
Yeah.
I think in my nature and in your nature and the where we were brought up, you downplay everything. It's like, it's okay. But I am so damn proud of this movie, and I'm so thrilled I'm part of it. I'm so thrilled that these guys said yes to when I rang up and said I want to do it, and it feels like a culmination of 24 years and also fans wanting these characters to come together, and I love this movie and I cannot wait for people to discover it.
Yeah.
You said that in this movie you got a chance to show a different side of your character. What is it actually?
Well, I can't really explain what it is, but the description or feeling for me is it's not like this is not an unrecognizable, it's not like a
Okay.
completely different character. It just feels deeper. If this is what you've known, I feel like we're also giving you this. So there's deeper, and also we're seeing Wolverine with Deadpool for
Yeah.
the whole movie. That's a tone that we haven't seen all that much, at all. So this is really something, I guess it's different, but I would use the word deeper. And I feel like we're explaining the why of why Wolverine is the way he is better in this movie than we have
But
before.
when we were writing the script, I remember Sean and I were in the middle of a session, and he gave us that this idea of I've always wondered why Wolverine we haven't seen this, and it was this thing that just blew the story wide open, and it was the greatest discovery that we had. And Sean and I don't think we locked ourselves in the room writing for days after that to just kind of
Really?
shape that. Yeah.
Wow.
And it really, because we already had the why Wolverine, but we didn't have the how. And then
Yeah.
that was the how. And it was basically, he should have a writing credit on this movie because it was such a big part of it.
And on the other hand, Deadpool, like, it's crazier than ever.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't know. It's been 6 years since the last one came out, and there's a reason I don't. I mean, part of the reason is that it just swallows my life whole to do these movies because every frame, and I mean it, every frame of the movie is thoughtful. Everything is, examined and pulled apart and put back together again.
Yeah.
So it just is so time consuming. I mean, we literally only finished the movie 3 weeks ago. Like in the sound mix, and color timing were finished less than 3 weeks ago. So it's a lot, but I like seeing some of those evolutions, I mean, Deadpool will always have the brain of a 15-year-old teenager. He can sexualize anything and everything. But I've always loved the sort of feminine nature that he has. Like it's one of the things that attracted me to the character from the beginning, is that he's not like one of those macho guys who stalks off and just looks bad or doesn't look back when the thing explodes behind him. He's us. He represents the audience, and that's what makes it so interesting with Wolverine, because I am a fan of Wolverine. Deadpool is a fan of Wolverine, and I get to be the audience and kind of try to unpack the guy throughout this journey the same way the audience might.
Terrific. Guys, please. Okay, just give you this gift from Radio Disney.
Oh my God.
And if
thank
you
you.
could,
Obrigado.
this is to Sean and Emma also.
Sean and Emma, you got it.
That's ticking. That is ticking.
That's not.
Obrigado.
Thank you, guys.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.